Since my husband started eating Doritos, he's been so happy he's been acting like a kid.
Can I have some Doritos? Can I have some Doritos?
Literally. He's become a man-child.
I told you no Doritos before dinner.
No!
No?
I want Doritos!
A grown man acting like a child. It's challenging. As long as he's fed, he's happy.
Whoa! Whoa! Doritos!
Longing for a taste of something Greek? Creamy tzatziki is a tempting treat. Then head to China, where you'll stumble upon the zesty heat of chicken Szechuan. In the mood for some Indian spice? Tikka masala tastes so nice. Then whisk yourself off to Brazil to feast on tasty steak picanha, hot off the grill. Lay's Global Flavors are here for a limited time, so try all 4. Then go to lays.com for a chance to win a trip around the world and more.
Sorry, can you guys see the screen?
Yeah.
I think that's
Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Okay. Sorry.
All good. So we're doing two of the commercials we picked were Dorito and Lay's, as you just saw, and I'm about to share some shared features that I was able to notice between the two commercials. So as we discussed in class, there's more to flavor than just a chemical aspect of taste. Consequently, these advertisers were able to convey the smell of taste of the food via the auditory and visual cues demonstrated in the commercial. One of the first things that I noticed while watching the commercials was the loud and satisfying crunch of the chip. In the Dorito commercial, the loud crunch sound can be heard in almost every single scene in the commercial. At times, it almost seems excessively loud and unrealistic. However, they do this on purpose in order to convey the freshness of the chip and to make you imagine what the chip would feel like in your mouth. The Lay's commercial employs the same tactic in which they use auditory cues such as the loud crunch. However, the Lay's commercial takes it one step further and adds in other sounds as well, such as the sizzling of the Chinese Szechuan or the cutting of the Brazilian steak. The Dorito commercial employs its visual cues with the pure elation of the man's face when he eats the Dorito or when he is being fed the Dorito by his wife. In contrast, the Lay's commercial used visual cues such as the Szechuan sauce, creamy tzatziki sauce, the juicy steak, and the colorful tikka masala. The Dorito commercial uses the power of positive association by making the consumer laugh or at least chuckle, in which the consumer then associates happiness and laughter with Doritos. The Lay's commercial also employs the power of positive association because they make you associate the joy of traveling the world with Lay's, because if you buy one of their world flavors, that will be almost like you transported to another country. One unique aspect from the Lay's commercial was how the advertisers were able to link the Lay's chips with the actual food it is based on. The Lay's advertisers used all sorts of delicious food to get your mouth watering. The imagery of the steak, the tzatziki sauce, the tikka masala, and the Szechuan made the chip seem way more delicious because it made me think that the chip would actually taste like the visual food they provided. I'm sure the chip tastes somewhat similar to the real deal, but in reality, there's no way the chip could taste exactly the same. In essence, the advertisers used sensational visual cues in order to get the viewer more interested in buying and eating their product.
Each commercial uses a unique technique to give the viewer a good impression of their product. The narrator of the Lay's commercial used descriptive language, such as the phrase zesty heat of chicken Szechuan, to allow the audience to imagine what the chip might taste like. I also noticed that the Lay's commercial had rhyming phrases, which can sound pleasant as it is a form of poetry. This likely contributes to the viewer's positive association with the brand of chips. The Doritos commercial used humor to engage the viewer and also to give them a positive experience when watching the commercial. Just like Lay's technique, the technique that Doritos employs serves the purpose of helping the viewer form a positive association with their brand of chips.
As previously mentioned, taste and flavor, while deeply connected to one another, are two separate phenomena. Taste refers only to the perception of tastants, the chemical molecules that give rise to the 5 different basic tastes: sweet, salty, sour, umami, and bitter. Flavor, however, is the actual sensory experience we undergo when we eat or drink something. Our perception of flavor is not solely reliant on our perception of that taste. Rather, flavor is a multisensory experience, meaning that all of our senses play a role: sight, smell, taste, hearing, and touch. Via commercials, however, advertisers are only able to optimize on a few of these senses: sight and hearing. Many of us have likely heard the phrase, "you eat with your eyes first." Our sight is the first of all our senses to begin our experience of a flavor. Therefore, the appearance of a food can have a great impact on our interpretation of its taste. Knowing this, advertisers do all they can to make the food appear as appealing as possible. Due to the deep correlation our brains have established between the look of and taste of foods, when we see an extra delicious looking food on television, our hunger cues may be triggered. Similarly, when we're taking a bite of food, the sound of biting that food occurs synchronously with our tasting of it. Again, our brain has correlated these two sensations, therefore hearing those sounds in the commercial will also make the food more appealing to us. This strategy in food advertisement is a great way to demonstrate just how multisensory the experience of flavor truly is. And that's our presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.